Hello everybody. Today we're going to do some tips and tricks for people in first C. Now, okay. So for stat points, if you have a friend that has a Buddha fruit, like in third or second C, basically. Okay, let's say you have a friend that is in third or second C and they have a Buddha fruit they want to give to you, but they can't drop it because it's stored. Well, basically, you want to put your stats to melee, defense, sword, and blox fruits. Never do gun. Unless you're in third C and you're maxed out and you just want to try different guns, and that's okay. You want to evenly distribute them between the melee, defense, sword, and blox fruit. So that's for your stats, and yeah, okay. And for your fruit, you can usually you'll find a really bad fruit, when you get to the jungle and people you'll see some fruits chilling because they're bad fruits. But the stock is about to refill, so chop is a really good fruit if it's in stock and you can't get something like light or magma or smoke or basically any elemental fruit. If you can't get an elemental fruit, the best thing you can do is get chop for $30,000 when it's in stock. And because it's the third cheapest fruit, it should be in stock almost all the time. But it's also because a lot of first C NPCs, they use swords, which is actually really helpful. And for the next, your fighting style. Now you can get 3 different fighting styles in the first C: Dark Step, Electric, and Water Kung Fu. I have Death Step right now, which is the upgraded version of Dark Step. But basically, oh yeah, and if you spin for Buddha, then just use Buddha. Buddha is the best. So if you can somehow get a Buddha fruit, then you are set. And also the event right now, 50% XP boost for every friend on the server, max cap 45%. A Valentine's event, ladies, in there you get hearts. And the hearts you have to kill enemies around your level, so you basically just have to play the game. But here is where I know this kind of sucks, but because I don't know how to cut the video yet. But right here is where you can get Dark Step, which is the cheapest and is a really good fighting style for being the lowest damage, the lowest everything. But you can find it right here. There's a guy in there, you can see the little thing. Dark Step Teacher. He sells it for 150,000 belly, which basically just money. And it is a really good fighting style. Because I don't want to unequip my Death Step right now, I'll basically explain the moves. The first one, Flying Kick. You do flying and then you stomp. Next one is Break Dance. You kind of just spin in a circle and do damage. The next one is Barrage. It's kind of like this, but weaker and less cool. And then there's over here, which you do a little spin and you do more damage, and you can tell because you have a little fire feet, which is really cool. And one thing you should never ever do, really, but just in general, is to grind like this. Never grind like this where you just go one enemy. Here, if I could hit here. Never go one enemy at a time like this. It's really slow and it will take forever to grind. What you want to do, also for some reason, like all the enemies are currently bald, because when the Valentine's event dropped, they just all went bald, so it's okay. You want to group them up. I know it's really laggy, but you want to group them up like this. Take a picture. You want to group them up like this. There you go. And then that will efficiently increase grinding and just overall, like, getting levels and cash and everything in general. And if you're willing to throw money at the game, some things I definitely recommend if you're gonna like buy stuff, never buy money unless you're really that desperate. Unless you're really like that desperate to get money, then never buy money. Unless you really just can't look that minimum grinding to get money. And for perm fruits, you should get perm Buddha. Or you can store permanent fruits, like you go and gift, you can store in inventory for trading. But for game passes, why is my mouse so laggy? For the game passes, also does not hear this loud and clear, please. It is not worth it to buy double XP right now because you can buy it from the Valentine's event. And if you are respawn bosses, kind of simple. Respawn all the bosses. Stat refund refunds your stat points. Changing your race to fish, human, shark, or rabbit. You can really go any race, but fish, the shark, it makes you take less damage in water, and you swim faster in water. Human, once you unlock observation, you get more dodges. Angel, you get more like jump. You jump better. And then rabbit, the one I'm using, just gives you speed. And then these I recommend. I don't have any of them. I recommend 2 times mastery, fast boats, and dark blade if you have the one like the 1k 2000 for bucks. The fruit, I mean, you can buy all of them. It's just fruit notifier isn't really that worth it for it being like 3k Robux, I think. Yeah, 2,700. It's not really that worth it, but you can find some good fruits if you're willing to travel. And then if you have premium, you'll get 20% off the dealer. You'll get more XP and more money, which is always useful. It's kind of like a Roblox pay to win, but it's worth it in some games. And for your accessory, immediately once you have $50,000, unless you already spun for a fruit, you need to go to the Marine Fortress. I forget what that is. I think it's over here somewhere. I forget. Basically, it's like this big fortress, though. But it's a big place. I think I'm going the right way. I don't think so, though. And there's a bunch of towers. And in one of those towers, there's a man that will sell you an accessory for 50,000 belly, which is actually not a lot for a Percy. And it gives you the accessory black cape, as you can see. I'm currently wearing it. I'm just like showing it so like how it looks, I guess. But basically, it's a rare accessory. It's just like the item rarity, I guess. The stats are 5% damage on anything. So it could be 5% damage on gun, melee, sword, blocks, fruit, like whatever. which is called universal damage in this game. And it gives 100 energy and 100 health. You can see your energy and health at the bottom of your screen, bottom left, or just bottom for mobile, I think. I forget. But I'll show you the exact once I get there. I don't really like playing the first year. I usually only am here to help my brother. Speaking of helping, if you have a friend that has nothing else to do, they can help you grind, such as your friend just like getting the enemies really low with like a sword or something, so then you can easily finish them off. And for bosses, you're gonna have to do like a lot more damage, because for bosses, if like someone gets like 1 health and then you like kill it and then like someone else kills it, like it depends on how much damage you do. You do like a quarter damage, but you do like more damage, so you would have to actually help out with the boss. And so here is the Marine Fortress. It's very easy to recognize, like a moon kind of with the towers. And then you just gotta like jump and flash up in here. Then here's the place. There should be a guy named Parlus who will sell you the black cape for 50,000 belly. And also there's the saber sword, which is the best sword in the first key. You can also upgrade it. Here are the upgraded moves, by the way. These are the upgraded moves. The way you get this is from like a puzzle. It is also the first puzzle item in the game. But I will, next video I will actually show you how to get the saber sword, which will be tomorrow. So if you want to see how to get saber sword and how to upgrade it to V2, then I'm still gonna make the video anyway. And that's and also there is a quest at Colosseum. The second quest at Colosseum, the Gladiator quest, you need to skip that, because it just sucks, okay? And that's really, I think that's it, alright? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so just skip the Gladiator quest when you get to it at Colosseum. And I think that's like the only quest that you should skip. I think. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. And that is today's video. It's a little longer, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stuff. Bye-bye.